Hello, my lovely connoisseurs of the culture. This is it. This is, well, technically, this isn't the finale, but this is the bonus. Bonus. I'm still working on an intro for that, but this is the bonus episode, but some might liken it as the true finale of my Shin Megami Tensei Vengeance playthrough. I've come quite a long way, and it's been a blast. I've loved every bit of it. It was extremely fun. Probably one of my favorite playthroughs. But unfortunately, it has to come to an end. I've done everything I felt like doing, which honestly, you can see the last ones in the last episode on YouTube. You can check it out right now. Link, well, you can check out my playlist. Oh, I've done it. I've done it all. I beat Lucy, beat Godborn, took care of everything. Yes, there is technically one thing I could do if I felt like doing the elite thing, but I don't really feel like it. I've done everything that I wanted to do. And honestly, I think that's good enough for me. I'm content. Before anyone comes up to it, yeah, maybe in the future somebody might want me to pay or to do the elite, and we'll talk about that later. Then maybe I'll make it as an extra thing. But for now, for the sake of this playthrough, I'm done. But yet you guys came in because you're wondering why the flip is it say bonus? What's the point? What are you doing, V? Well, there's a reason why I'm doing this bonus episode. This isn't the end, or this is the end in one nutshell. Again, if you want the true finale, watch the actual finale episode. But this is just a celebration, I guess. I just wanted to take a second to really thank, well, a lot of things, really. I just really like this game. So I don't really expect this to be a long one. I don't expect this to be like any playthrough. I'm not really planning on fighting anything. My only goal is just to talk, really. So that's it. That's the whole point of this episode. Welcome, Darkhawk, to the stream. There's literally no goal for this. So I plan for this to be short. I don't want this to be a normal episode. Maybe with the next like 20 or 30 minutes. Well, maybe a little longer than that, but we'll see. So yeah, I'm not going to do the usual follow, Twitch, subscribe, all that jazz, since it's a short one. So I'm just going to get to, gosh, honestly, this is kind of, well, not really unprecedented. There's two goals I have for this. One, like I said, is to talk about how goal is the vitamin collection. Well, if anything, this is definitely a massive amount of episodes. There's two goals I have for this episode. The first one, like I said, is I just want to thank so many things for this. First off, I want to thank you viewers, because you guys tuned in, watched these episodes, and it was really fun. I think it was, again, one of my favorite playthroughs I've done on this channel. I want to thank John Atlas. This game is extremely amazing. I love this game, and darn it if I'm saying that I think I definitely like it a lot more than Shin Megami Apocalypse. I think it's now my favorite Shin Megami Tensei game. Although Apocalypse is close, I still have that part of my heart that still likes Apocalypse, but I really do like this. I really like everything. I already talked about it, I know, during the credits, but I don't know. I just felt a little nostalgia because we did so much. Like, look at every place we've been to, everything we've traveled, all these areas. I know there's side quests to do, but I don't have to do it. I explored all these areas, did so much, so many times over. Guys, I beat this game 8 times, and that's not even including the original. Some of you guys may not even know, or, well, most of you guys probably do. But for those that don't, I technically played Shin Megami Tensei 5, the normal version, before even New Vengeance was out. And that was how many episodes? And now here I am I beat this. And now watch, once I beat this, then I'm gonna go to sleep, I'm gonna wake up, and then all of a sudden Atlas will be like, now watch Shin Megami Tensei 6, or no, Shin Megami Tensei 5-2, the true version, where you get a third alternate story. If that happens, guys, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. I don't know. I've done so many episodes of this. I don't even know if I have the heart to. If they announce another version of Shin Megami Tensei 5, I don't know what I'll do with myself. I really don't. But I've been through so much. I beat this game several times, and not only that, but I did some of the craziest things on the hardest difficulty setting. The hardest. Now, the only thing I don't really say I regret, but as you guys may know, I've done this entire playthrough by doing this kind of like pseudo challenge, because I figured, why not spice things up with my life? So I wasn't able to shop, I wasn't able to revive my demons, I did a lot of things to like cripple myself, and It got to the point where, as you guys know, the only thing I could do if I was going to win a God War mode was to break one of those rules. I didn't revive the demons, although the guest characters are an exception, which thank God for that. But the fact I was able to shop allowed me to upgrade myself to such an incredible level. Like, I missed out on so much just because I stopped myself from buying anything. And honestly, kind of worth. It made it rough, but it was extremely worth. And I don't know, I already said a lot during the credits, so there's probably not much I feel like I have to say, but I really want to take the second to thank Atlas for making this game, because I really do like it. It's amazing. It is a good RPG game. Like, I say good, not like, oh, V doesn't think it's great. No, I mean, like, if someone were to come to me and ask, V, would you recommend a good JRPG? This would be one of them. This would definitely be in one of the top 5 recommendations. I have to say, compared to all the games, I actually might even think I put in my top 10 of RPGs. Like, maybe my top 10 of games. Now, granted, I still like games like Persona and Dragon Quest and The Legend of Heroes, but darn if I won't say that this isn't in my top 10 for sure. Maybe one of those days, maybe one of these days as I grow on this channel, I'll do one of those, like, they do those 3x3s when it comes to games and foods and anime and stuff like that. Or maybe I'll even do a tier list, because this definitely has to be S tier for me. And if someone's like, but V, there's gotta be some problems with it, I honestly can't think of any flaws. Like, I really honestly don't think there's any flaw in this game. Like, everything handles so nicely. We need a tier list. Maybe one of these days, like, I would love to, if I get a bit more technical knowledge on how to operate a PC and how to upload those kinds of things to stream, then I would love, well, it's 2025 right now. I definitely want to make that a goal for this upcoming year of 2026, to get a bit more knowledge on how to work a PC properly. And I would love to do like a tier list kind of thing. And I think it'd be fun. I think it would extremely be fun. But yeah, this is definitely in my top 10. I really do like this. Is that winter? Maybe next time I mess with Sea of Thieves, I'll consider it. But yeah, I'm just, I think the last thing I gotta honestly say when it comes to this, before I get to the real meat of this bonus episode that probably all you guys really care about more, is I met so many good friends and a number of people jumped into this channel because of Vengeance. And I don't know what the future will hold, but I really hope that those who follow me for Vengeance will stick with me. And I hope whatever my next playthrough is will be just as, if not more fun, because this was a big deal. It's gonna feel weird not having to do this on Mondays, but it's really good. Ow!
OWWW. Anytime Nick just came out of nowhere, raiding with 1 viewers.
Ow! Thanks. Anytime, Nick, but maybe next time, Water Guy, before you just crash into me. Thank you for the raid. Sorry, give me a second. That hurts. Hold on, just gotta readjust the spine. All right, we're good. But welcome, and thank you for the raid. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, I'm very, see, this channel actually brought me a raid. I never even thought I would ever get raided, so I don't know. There's just a lot of things I really am grateful for this this playthrough, and I could go on, but I've already said all I needed to say, and I'm certain in the future people are like, what are your real ideas? I might honestly have like a whole talk episode of it, but that's not now. Because, folks, I did a promise, and I'm going to accomplish that promise. There is a goal for today's episode, and I am going to do it.
Welcome to the world of shadows, where demons gather.
There is but one simple goal, and that's how this is happening. Yes, my lovely connoisseurs of the culture, it is time for the Grand Megaten Smasher Pass! I will not be answering any of the reasons why, but I will give you the reason why, potentially. For those that do not know, when I originally played Shin Megami 5, and even the very beginnings of this, I was asked by a good number of viewers, including Star and Axis, just to single 2 people out in Central, that it would be fun one of these days if I beat this game to celebrate it by doing a Smasher Pass. Why? Couldn't tell you why they came up with that idea. This is not my original idea, but I figured, you know what? I might as well stick with it. So, as I've said, this bonus episode is going to be me going through every single demon in this entire game, and we're gonna go from there. And I'll probably have reasons why. I probably will have reasons why not. I know I'm gonna be judged because I'm a content creator, and everyone knows if you can't judge a content creator, they're not fun. Probably, I don't know, there's probably some rule book or Bible or something like that, I guess. But yes, we're gonna go through every single one of these demons. And I don't know, you guys on YouTube, let me know. Do you agree or disagree with my takes? What are your favorite demons? You guys on Twitch, feel free to judge me. Please don't throw the simp emote at me. Again, this is just me being honest because I'm an honest guy. Anytime, Nick. Thank you again. Sorry, before I get started, thank you again so much. You know, I have to actually do this for you really quickly because that's only fair. Let me throw you. Why can't I get to your channel? Where's your channel? Why can I not go to you? Let me follow you. Why can't I? Welcome, Roar to the stream. Why can't I go to your channel? There we go. Follow. I appreciate that. I try to make a qualm, an ideal that anytime someone follows me. Well, let's not get it too crazy because I don't know how many follows I'm allowed to have, but I like to try to make it anytime that someone raids me, I follow them. But thank you honestly so much. I really appreciate it. And I hope you're doing well this lovely day, /9. I hope your stream was fun. Oh.
Someone pour a glass for Anytime Nick. This will help you take your vitamins.
Anytime Nick, huh? Someone pour that person a drink. Thank you for the follow. I have a drink actually right here, so we're gonna go take some drink. And I got my favorite strawberry lemonade for this very special occasion. So this one's for you, Anytime Nick. Thank you for the follow. Delicious. It was chill. Just played some Vengeance because it's been a while. Allow me to say this. Before I go further, I don't want to ruin this because this is the true finale. I already did like all the major stuff, but I'm gonna be spoiling a number of demons, so I don't want to ruin the experience by me, yapping and anything like that. I just want to throw that at you really quickly before we start. And same for any viewer right now who's jumping in, despite this being the bonus. Technically, this is the true finale. I've already beat the game, but I don't want to ruin it in case anyone's like, oh, I really want to check out what this Vengeance is all about, and I spoil and ruin it. That would suck if I end up spoiling it for somebody. So I'm just throwing this warning right now before we get started, and obviously if any viewer wants to leave, it make me sad, but I don't blame you guys. So I'm just gonna throw that at you guys real quickly. Roar says, I wonder what your take of Mira would be. My take of Mira? Mira as in the money system in the Legendary Heroes games. Mira as in the cute red hair girl from K-pop Demon Hunters. Mira as in the childhood crush I used to have back in Beyblade, Beyblade, in Bakugan New Vestroya. Yeah, I know a couple mirrors. Oh, you're all good. I'm a long-time Megaten fan myself, so I'm aware of everything. But Smasher Pass, I've only thought of these demons for sure. Yeah, so, like I said, this is just a bonus episode where I'm just going through all the demons, and I'm probably gonna get judged. I'm certain you and everyone else will judge me, but you know what? We're gonna see what happens. So, let's do it. View the compendium. We're gonna start in... What order should we start with? Let's sort... I don't know what order to start with. And of course, at the end of this, I'm also going to talk about like the special guest character. Well, some of the guest characters. Let's be fair. I'm not trying to get completely canceled here. Mirai. M-R-A-I? Mirai? I don't know who Mirai is, Roar. All right, let's get to it. Let's go with it. All right. Like I said, either smash, pass. Well, YouTube, smash, pass. Well, how we do this? Usually we go with smash, we go with pass. Giant Valkyrie Demon. Oh, Mara, not Mirai. You're talking about Mara. Oh, yeah, we'll get to him later. We'll worry about that later, okay? So, yeah, how are we gonna do this? Let's say, yeah, obviously, we'll say smash or pass. We should probably mind it that I should also preface that this is for entertainment reasons. So I don't want anyone to think too much into this or clip me out of context to be like, oh, V likes slimes. That's what he's into. Like, let's just, let's be nice here. Let's just have some fun, okay? So the way it's gonna work is it's either gonna be smash, like we like them, pass as in moving on. I think we're gonna allow 3 maybes. 3 maybes are allowed. And you're only allowed 3. I don't know, it's just a little fun game for me. But you're allowed 3 maybes with this. If a demon's to the point where you're like, I mean, yeah, you could, or yeah, you couldn't, you're allowed only 3, no more. Don't cheat. Alright? Alright, let's get to it. Drum roll, please. Starting with Slime himself. Herself. Itself. Let's see here. Gel-like monster is said to be a byproduct of failed summoning. I mean, it's very jelly. It likes collecting shiny objects. Oops, wrong button. I don't know. I feel like it would be on a waterbed, but like a very, very, very slippery waterbed. Actually, no, it'd be like a very sticky waterbed. And that probably wouldn't be right. Also, I should probably go in original mode. Let's see.
Will you summon?
No, wrong buttons. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say pass for slime. I feel like pass is gonna be just like being on a very weird, slimy waterbed, and I'm not about that life. So, who's next? Pixie? Oh, yeah, for sure. That's definitely a smash. I mean, who wouldn't go for Pixie? I just don't want to be pranked as much, but yeah, that's a smash. Easy. Prada. I'm gonna say pass, but only because Prada would like eat all the food in my refrigerator and dip. Like, we would have fun, and then out of nowhere, I'm gonna like, I don't be like, oh man, it'd be so good to just like hang out, go see a movie, grab breakfast, go see a movie. I'm gonna go to my kitchen, and my entire pantry, all of my stuff is eaten and mashed up. Even the table would be eaten, and all there is just a cruelly written note from Prada saying, yeah, thanks for the meal, I'll see you later. So yeah, we're gonna say pass. On Rocky, no. I'm gonna say pass on this one. Fire's cool though, but that's gonna be a pass. Gremlin, a mischievous sprite that enjoys wreaking havoc on machines and tools. No, because even if I hang out with Gremlin, like, what's stopping Gremlin from like messing up my PlayStation or my Switch or even my phone? Like, what if he comes out of nowhere and I'm like texting a friend of mine and he hops into my thing like Rotom style and sends some twisted message or something to, like, I don't know, my mom. It's like, V, that's messed up. It's like, no, it wasn't me, it was Gremlin. So yeah, no, we're gonna say pass on that. Gremlins have been known to be quite useful, or said to have helped Benjamin Franklin with his famous kite experiment. Where the flip did that come from? Yeah, still pass. Kate Sith, head of a cat, body of a human. Shia was an Amun. 14th, 15th century general who conquered Vietnam. However, because the name Mao was similar to the Chinese word for cat, the temple was effectively misnamed. Let's see. You'd be too adorable, though. I can't. He's too cute. I can't. Out of cuteness, I can't. I'm gonna say pass. I'm gonna say pass. Kodama, they're literally just kids. So, pass. No. Just no. Mandrakes? Oh, gosh. Let's see. They are incredibly potent for making a bunch of remedies. The problem is, they're screamers. And I'm confident I can make them scream. And it will end up unaliving me. So, it might be worth it. So let's say smash. Let's see. Demon, low-ranking class of spirits. They may conjure up familiar images of demons due to Christianity's influence. Demons are not strictly associated with good or evil. I don't know, like, I feel like he would laugh at me. Like, he feels like the type of person that would laugh at you if you tripped. He'd be like, hey, you suck. Also, he kind of reminds me of a bully I used to have. Nah, I'm gonna say pass. Kate Sith, a fey beast from Scottish Highlands, whose kingdom can be found in tree halls or abandoned houses. You know what? He reminds me of Puss in Boots, so I want to say smash. But the other reason I want to say it is also because there's a cutscene in this that you get where if you have Kate Sith and you try to talk to Nekomata, and Kate Sith's trying to flirt with her, and she's like, yeah, no, you're not worth it. You're all poor and ugly. I feel bad for Kate Sith. Like, Kate Sith needs some love. So yeah, let's go with it. Sandman, victim resisted. He would sit on their eyelids and force them to sleep. I'm not really about that kind of lifestyle. I'm not feeling you sitting on me. It's just maybe to some, but not to me. I'm gonna Not you. I'm gonna say pass. Ooh, later. It's just basically seaweed with an upside down face. It's essentially just seaweed. I don't know. I know it's actually a half-beast Scottish fairy. I know. I read the lore, but it looks like seaweed, and it looks like he would make a mess all over my place, and it would take me forever to clean it. Forever to clean it. We're gonna say pass. Zunshi. Actually, it's Zunshi. Monstrous snake-like beast. Monstrous? This little thing is basically just a giant green pig with a horn. A bizarre, hairy quadruped about 3 feet long. It's basically a grassy pig. It looks like a Pokemon. Probably more than anything else. So that's gonna be a pass. That's a pass for sure. Welcome, Bayo, to the stream. Yeah, this is definitely a pass. Next, Earthus. It's just a rock. It's very glittery, glowing rock. It's basically gold. And V likes gold, so let's go with Smash. Agathiad, there again, it's just child. They're kids. So pass. Angel, if only it was the hot version. I don't like this version of Angel. I get it. It's classic. Classically stupid. I like the bondage Angel, okay? If it was the other Angel, for sure. But this Angel, nah. Plus, stat-wise, really not that useful. Like, what is his other skill? His other skill is this. Little bit of HP recovery. Nah, I'm good. Pass. If it fails the hardness test, immediately pass. That's definitely a pass. Halphus? He feels too dramatic. Like he'd be like, hello there, V. I will come into your bedchambers and we were going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to have a bit of entertainment. Be able to enjoy ourselves with then a bit of a merriment and then a little bit of popcorn. Would you like to share some popcorn with me, Vitamin? Like, he feels like he would be very, very, very talkative. And I'm not against someone talkative, but that's just... No, I'm just not good. Bayo says, and if you don't know what the hardness test is, look it up. Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, you look it up. Oh, but Halphus is a pass. Azumi. 3 gods born from Izanagi after return from Yomi. Again, he just looks like he would like track water all over my place, and it'd take too long to clean. Wouldn't mind like going swimming with him, even though he definitely outpaced me, but I just can't. That's gotta be a pass. Turdak. So basically a skeleton dude with earrings. Sure, why not? I'll say Smash. Unicorn, unfortunately, so only because of circumstances, it's gonna have to be a pass. Because unfortunately, I am not a pure maiden. I am pure, but unfortunately, I'm last I checked, I'm looking at my body, I don't really possess maidenly features. So this unicorn will probably not like me. So out of unfortunateness, we'll just have to pass on this one. So Barian, again, it kind of feels just like hanging with a kid, and that's just kind of not my thing. Although, I would like to hang for the sake of getting some gold coins. Although I don't know how much weight it can handle. If you could transform into gold coins, you can carry it all the way back home. What if I'm like all the way at the store? Like it takes me like 20 to 30 minutes to walk to the store. That'd be too far. Nah, I can't. I just can't. As for explanation, are they of their age for their species? If yes, they could reasonably consent. If yes, Captain Jack Harkness would, and therefore pass the Harkness test. I still think it's better for people to look up the Harkness test properly, though. Abarian's definitely going to be a pass, though. Moving on. Oh, God, yes. Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah, 100%. That's like, that's our first definitive. There's no doubt in my mind. I would rather eat hot lava if it means I would give a big bear hug to those flaming skulls and set myself on fire for means hanging out with Mermaid. That is a capital smash. And I say this with all fiber of my being. Very much best. Bayo, what did I say? We are not doing the sip mode on this channel. First off, it's aggressive appreciation, and believe me, I would aggressively love to appreciate this. How could you not? Look at her. She's beautiful, and she can sing. That's all I need. And I don't care if I sink to my doom. It'll be worth it because she's hot. Or cold. Whatever. Smash. Moving on. Eros. It's just wind. Would it be weird if I said pass because that means technically I'm passing wind? I don't know. Maybe it might be kind of interesting. I'll say... I know I did say I have 3 maybes, but I'm not going to use it now. I think I'll give it a smash. I could try Eros. Try Eros. Yami, yami. There's a busy river god of the Tonga and Lulzi tribes of southern Africa. Has the body of a snake and the head of a fish or dragon. Is the curve your mouth? I think the curve's your mouth. Oh, wait, but he's married? Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna... I can't break up a good relationship. No, damn it. I'm sorry, I can't. That's gonna have to be a pass. I respect relationships here. Ew. Oh, God, no. That is 100%. That is that's our first definitive pass. Like, every other thing so far to this point, maybe I could reason a potential smash. Maybe. And I really push the word maybe. This thing... Absolutely not. Not a chance in any kind of hell. No flipping shot. Pass, and I don't even want to spend time on you. Bicorn. So basically the dark version of unicorn. Opposite of Chiche Viche. Please, that's actually a mistranslation of Riem, two-horned beast that appears in the Old Testament. I still remember how much of a pain you were in the very beginning because of that beatdown skill. It destroyed me, and I still can't stand you. So that's gonna be a pass. And unlike Unicorn, where it was just because of circumstance, I don't like you, so pass. I don't like you either. I don't want to be well, hold on. Giving a feather into a while will turn to a deadly poison able to kill another one single drop. Oh wait, no, its screeching sound is kind of annoying. No, that's gonna have to be a pass. I can't do that. Nozuchi. So basically just a woolly mammoth without the horns. Although its feet are... Why are your nails so defined? Like, what's up with your nails, dude? Look at his nails. Why do you have human feet? Wait, what's your things? Sending the spirit of a serpent that lived in the mountains since ancient times in the Nihon Shoki and also said to govern the earth's veins. The name Nozuchi comes from the ancient Japanese word for god of the fields, said to live deep in the mountains behind trees and thickets. It has a large mouth at the end of its head, but no eyes or nose. It's not evil, but virulent all the same. When it sees a human, it may try to harm or even eat them. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. You're weird. You're just weird. Oops. Yeah, you're weird. Pass. Aquans. So the same thing I had with all the other water people, where they're just gonna track water in my place. But he looks so cool. Not even meaning to make a pun there, but I don't know, viewers. So the K-pop Demon Hunters watch party win. Oh god, I would love to rewatch. Well, actually, maybe I might rewatch K-pop Demon Hunters. Although I'm surprised because I keep getting advertisements that they're popping up on Fortnite. God, Fortnite has everything. I already saw K-pop Demon Hunters, but I mean, I don't mind rewatching that again one day. I did hear there's supposed to be more works in the projects. Aquans is going to be a... You know what? I'll try Aquans. I gotta at least try one water one. I'll say Smash. Oh, yeah, for sure Smash, but I'll get to that in a reason. I'll get a second. But for K-pop Demon Hunters, I heard that there were... I know we talked about that in an earlier episode. Oh, I know K-pop Demon Hunters is legit. Like, I still, to this moment, every now and then I'll find myself kind of bored. I'll be singing Your Idol so much because it's so good. Like, I'm not saying anything because clearly I have like my types, but Nostalgia Boys, they definitely... okay, so here's the context. I watched it before by myself. I watched it again by myself. I watched it for the 3rd time with my friends because some of them didn't see it. We had a watch party of our own, and one of my friends, she... Again, I'm not going to spoil for those who haven't watched K-pop Demon Hunters. It's a very, very, very good movie, and I'm looking forward to whatever the next project is. As long as it stays animated, don't you guys dare live action it. Don't ruin this for me. I'm serious. I will find water, and I will throw it at you guys' faces. And you're gonna be like, who the heck was that weird guy? It's like, oh, it's probably another guy that was upset because we made a live action K-pop. And I'm not saying anything about live action Korean dramas. Like, I like watching Korean K-dramas, but not this. Just don't. Just keep it animated. Don't do anything. It's Sony Pictures and Animation that did this, right? Don't ruin this, okay? It's like how I felt with some of the other stuff, like Surf's Up. Yeah, I actually did like Surf's Up. I know it's weird. Like Surf's Up and the Spider-Verse movies. Like, you have gold. Don't turn it into crap. Don't ruin this for me. I deserve this. But yeah, I watched K-pop Demon Hunters with my friends, like, and my other friend, like, it was 5 of us, and my other friend, she's one of the smaller ones in our group. She doesn't know much about K-pop, but she was like, every now and then she was like moving to the songs or anything like that, and she liked Soda Pop. It popped up. It was really good, obviously, and she was finding herself like even now she's been thinking singing to herself Soda Pop. But when the Your Idol song came up, like I swear I don't think I was curious because I've seen it so many times. But my stake was just watching the others' reactions, and all of us except her saw it, so we were all looking at her. I'm telling you, she didn't blink. Like, she just stared, completely, absolutely entranced, mouth open. She was just like, whoa. Like, she actually said that a couple, like, she said it like maybe like twice or 3 times. She was just like, whoa, just whoa. And we're like, yeah, we know it's probably. And I'm saying this right now. I think it's the best song in the whole movie. Now, I do like a lot of the songs, but I think Idol is the best song by far. They killed it with that one, and I can understand how they're like taking people's souls, because they took my friend's soul right then and there. I saw it happen. If it wasn't for my other friend being like, yo, she would have had her soul gone. I promise you on that one. Stage musical is one thing that could work with live action. No, like, seriously, don't live action it. That's my take on it. That's my take. But seriously, guys, go watch K-pop Demon Hunters. It's so good. Yeah, it was such a good scene. I wish they had used the full version of the movie. They just need to add more. And again, I don't want to spoil, but I want certain people back because I don't want it to end like. I mean, I hate how it ended. It got me emotional. But I digress. Fortuna, yeah, for sure. That's definitely a smash. I think the one problem though is I feel like her wheel's gonna creak at moments. But you know what? Don't care, because she's hot. Smash! McCoy. No. Because the last thing I need is him to be like, ooh, V, you want to spend some time with me? Look at this boomerang I have that looks like a worm. Did you know I love to engage in intercourse with human women and eat children? Yeah, that's kind of a turn off for me. So we're gonna just go ahead and say pass. Moving on. Apsaras? You know, honestly, I don't know, like, I just don't like her voice in this. Like, I have a thing for voices too, but I have a thing for a lot of things. I just can't get down with Apsaras' voice in this game. If we're talking other variations of Apsaras, maybe, but for the sake of this, I'm gonna actually say pass. I'm gonna actually say pass for Apsaras. I just can't get with her voice in this. Adivaras. So basically Spyro. I would like to adopt him. Can I adopt him? Can we make it adopt or abandon? Actually, that's probably messed up to say. If it's an adopt or abandon, yeah, for sure, then Adivaras would be adopt. If for the sake of a smash or pass, it's going to be a pass. But I would love to adopt this Spyro. He makes a bomb omelet, so for sure. Even though I'm not much into eggs. Ipon Datra. Yeah, it's kind of like the whole thing with the Apsaras. The like that weird laugh, it's just kind of a turnoff. Now, if we're talking the Soul Hackers version of Ipon Datra, where it's actually not even Ipon Datra, but Tara, then absolutely smash. But yeah, no, that's gonna be a pass. Although, I would love to ask for his services to help craft things. So maybe we could talk later and I can pay you to, like, you know, make some cool swords or something for me. Linan Shi. She drains the life of her lovers in return for granting them artistic inspiration. So what you're saying is, if I smash, she could potentially make me a better content creator? I'm not hearing a downside of this. In fact, I think this might be more of a blessing in disguise. Yeah, let's say smash, for sure. Sudama? Kids. Basically just kids again. So pass. Andros. I mean, you do have a nice, like, 8-pack going on. That's awesome. But you give me the Halfas feeling, where you're just going to be all, like, dramatic. Be like, hello there, Vitamin. It seems you are doing another episode, but instead of doing an episode, you can watch a show with me. How about we watch that K-pop Demon Hunters and then finish it with a Mona while we have some fun together? I Plague Smash or Pass? What do you say? Yeah, no, I'm good. Pass. iPixie? Oh, for sure Smash. I like that haircut. That haircut's awesome. Although, I prefer normal Pix... Well... Actually, I do like her haircut. I think in the past, I remember, like, passing on High Pixie. But, I don't know, I kind of dig High Pixie. If I said pass before, I completely rescind that. I'm going to say smash, because I need to realize that haircut is awesome. So yeah, let's say smash. Flameless? Oh, so I'm literally going to burn if I go for this. Am I willing to burn for the sake of this, is what I'm basically thinking here. Sure, let's say smash. Archangel? Archangel, huh? I do like power, but you're not nearly as strong as some of the other ones. You're the 8th out of 9 orders, which means you're actually kind of at the bottom ring. And your boy needs someone that can, I need someone at least 5th and above, and you're just not it, so. The power's nice, the power's nice. I'm gonna say pass. Legion, ugh. Oh, no. No. That's not as definitive as Tsuchigumo, but that's still gonna be a no. There are far too many veins and faces, and we're just gonna say pass, and I'm gonna have to explain it. Moving on. Takumi Nakata? See, I just need someone with arms, and you're kind of losing. You lost 2, and that's not enough for me, friend, so get some arms and I'll talk, but for now I'm just gonna say pass. Sorry. Shisa, so basically a holy dog, well, a holy beast, really. It just doesn't seem like he'd be fun. I think it's gonna be like Artivaris with the whole, like, would I adopt? So I would adopt a Shisa, but for the sake of this, we're gonna say pass. Oh, Vivre? Should I be worried that she would probably, like, rip me in 2? Probably, right? But at the same time, if my last moments is seeing a beautiful face like hers, I'm just saying, sometimes pain is worth it, and I don't need to explain myself. This is my episode, so let's say smash. Rakshasa? No. No. They can change shape to full humans. No. I'm just not digging it. It's just, the swords are cool. Leave the swords on your way out. Pass. Jack-o'-lantern? No. Well, I mean, they're cute, but, like, no. But give me a hee-ho shot. Like, no. If I were gonna give any of the Jacks a chance, it would definitely not be Jack-o'-lantern. It would be like Jack Frost or something. So pass. Kaino Hime? So, hey. Though, like, literally, it's me getting with hey. Like, a whole thing of hey in a dress that says swish swoosh all the time. I mean, no, because that would hurt. I don't know. This might have to be my first maybe. I think this has to be my first maybe. I don't know if I can go with Kaya. I don't, like, I like her name. She's very graceful and beautiful, but I don't really like the idea of just getting with straw and hay. Like, it feels like I would get uncomfortable. Like, there'd be parts that's stuck in, like, my socks or something. You ever had hay or little, like, sticks stuck in your socks? It's so uncomfortable. It's the worst thing ever. So yeah, I think Kaya's gonna be my first. I think she's gonna be my first maybe. She's gonna be my first maybe. All right. Who's next? Makami. Makami. Again, it feels like it's basically just a dog. I can't get with Makami. Yeah, we're gonna say pass for the same reasons. Like, I mean, again, I would adopt Makami as a pet, but nah, I'm good. Pass on Makami. Incubus. Yeah, but they're only known to visit women. And their offspring do become witches and wizards, but they only go for women, so they're clearly sexist, and that's not right, man. Be more open. Plus, is that a chain on your ankle? What do you got going on your ankle there? You chained up? You know what? Flip you. You're a pass, because you hate men. Pass. Fang Huang. It appears only in times of peace. The ruler of all birds. When it dies, birds across the land chirp with sadness. Oh, that's so sad. I can't wait in the far future when I play other games like this, and there's gonna be one person calling it right now. They're gonna watch this episode. They're gonna religiously, like, they're gonna go way overboard. Not even religiously. They're gonna watch this episode. They're gonna just be like, "Oh, V said Fang Huang was a pass in this," and then in a different installment, they're gonna be like, "Oh, V said smash. He's inconsistent. You should cancel him on social media." I'm still gonna say pass, despite everything. Oh, Ameno Uzume? Oh, for sure, smash. Wait. She became Saru Tahiko's wife? She's married? Oh no, this will go to my earlier thing about you can't go against someone with marriage. Although, it was my friend who was quite intoxicated who told me that marriages are speed bumps, not stop signs. And I was like, dude, you can't say that. It's like, I mean, am I wrong? It's like, yes, you are. That being the case, and despite the risk of my friend watching this and calling me out on that, I am for sure going to smash Ameno Uzume. Oni? Those are some very nice thighs. But my fear is the... Wait, is this horn swaying? Does it look like his horn is swaying? Like the big white horn on his head? I thought it was like a solid, like, bone-like kind of horn. It looks like it's kind of moving. That's a very flimsy horn you got there. The only reason I'm going to say pass is because I feel like he would break through my apartment. Like, he would break the frame. Like, I can't even let him in because he would just break the door frame. So, regrettably, I'm going to say pass. But if we get a better place, let's talk. Zhang Wu? Or Genbu and some other things. I would have smashed, but think about Godborn and his ridiculous defense. I think I'm good. So that's a pass, and I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Moving on. Bareth? So basically just some dude riding a horse. Not even anything special. He's literally just some dude riding a horse. So... yeah, sure, smash. Kikuri Hime. Oh, yeah, for sure smash. Oh, she's beautiful. Graceful in every way, shape, or form. Absolutely smash. I don't even think I need to spend too much time on that. Next. Oh. Ew. They're often spoken of by mothers wishing to discipline their children, as noted in the popular phrase, "For naughty kids who disobey, the bugs will come and surely prey." Yeah, no, I don't like your voice. I don't like the blood coming from you, even though it is kind of hype. I don't like the skulls that's dancing inside you. You feel like you should have came from Alice Madness Returns. Love that playthrough, by the way. But the reject version, the deleted scenes that they were like, oh, we don't want to add this in. That's a pass, and we're moving on. Matador? Oh, but he's so graceful, though. Yeah, he has to be a smash. That's a smash for sure. It's Matador. Who doesn't like Matador? Well, who doesn't like being with Matador? Fighting Matador sucks. Being with Matador, sure, until he sucks later. We'll say smash. Inugami? It's just a flying dog. It's literally just a flying dog. Talk to me about adopting, otherwise pass. Kopa Tengu? These little shrimps? Nah, I need someone a little stronger than that. You are not nearly strong enough to entertain me, buddy. That's a pass. Poltergeist? They're basically kids. They're just ghost children. Stop throwing ghost kids at me. Pass. Oh. Yeah, that's gonna be a smash and a half for sure. That's does anyone know the Knuckles memes where it's like they do the approved, and sometimes they'll have Knuckles just repeatedly bang the little stamp over and over and over? Yeah, that's for sure happening right now, Mononical. Yeah, smash. Don't worry, I can fix her. I got this. Oh, Jack Frost. Did say if Jack Frost popped up, he'd be a smash. But he's the mascot of John Atlas. Wouldn't that be kind of messed up to just, you know, go for a smash on J Frost? But he's hilarious. Worth it. Smash. Turbo Granny? Unless I magically develop, like, white and red hair, and, I mean, I don't know, have, like, red lines on my face and move at absurdly fast speeds, and, I don't know, have an extremely cute gal-like girl to, like, kind of flirt with and stuff, I'm probably not gonna go with Turbo Granny. However, I will say, compared to most of these other ones so far, this one is just on the aspect of maybe. Like, I could easily be swayed to going for a smash for Turbo Granny. But, like I said, pass for now. Koropukuro? So, they're just really small old men holding a leaf. Pass. Naga? Nagas feel arrogant. Nagas feel like they wouldn't love you. Nagas feel like they'd be like, oh, well, that was okay. Anyway, go make me some food. I'm like, okay. Rude. Yeah, Nagas feel like they're pretentious pricks, so we're gonna say pass. Addis? I'd say smash. The problem is, would Addis feel the same? Because Addis is kind of clearly obsessed with Sibylle. So I'll stand on the smash aspect, but I have no idea if Addis is gonna go the same way, so we'll see. Time will tell. Churnup? It's just a cute little baby fox that shoots arrows. And again, like all these other pets, I have to say pass, but if it's an adopt or abandon, I would definitely for sure adopt. Nezatazai? I actually forgot Nezatazai was in this game. Who are you again? Take the form of an ageless young man. Grant his trusty weapon, Kan Kun Quan, the universe ring. His trademark Hun Tian Ling, the red armillary sash upon birth. His suicide is atonement for the killing Dragon King. He's brought back to life in lotus roots. So he's basically Astro Boy, but with fiery wheels. Which I discovered what Astro Boy was. A very short... Well, I don't really even know. I think I've seen Astro Boy. I just know it's iconic. I don't think I've ever seen Astro Boy. I did hear there was a movie that the States got, but I haven't seen it yet. I don't know. I haven't seen that Astro Bot yet, but apparently it was very bad, which makes me curious if I want to watch it. Sure, I'll go with Nezatazai for Smash. Principality? Yeah, but you're only 7th in the orders? Yeah, no. Talk to me once you get ranked up to 5, buddy. Pass. Shikioji? So, paper. I'm gonna get with paper. I can already feel the paper cuts kicking in. Let's say pass. Mothman? They are cute. Wait, hold on. No, I'm gonna say pass. I remember that Lilum. She likes you over me. No, I'm jealous. Pass. Forget you. Nice horn. Power to see through any lie. I like his horn. It'd be the perfect thing to be like, hey, can you unscrew this cork from this bottle? He's like, I always have to do it. It's like, why do you make me do it? And then I look at his horn like, oh, I don't know. I'll say smash. I'll go with it. Why not? It is also, it's a reluctant smash. It's not a confident one. Now, where's Saria when you need them? Saria, I am ashamed that you didn't show up for this one. I thought for sure you would pop up right now and be like, smash, absolutely. Because I know you love Anahita, aka Balazar Blast, that we nicknamed way back when. I don't need to spend really any time on Anahita, so we already know it's a smash. We're moving on. Yakshini? I do like the power. Power's really nice. I gotta go with a smash. Actually, why'd I even hesitate on it? For sure it's a smash. What am I saying? That's an absolute smash. Loa. So, a skeleton with a snake. Pass, but leave the snake behind, because I want a pet snake. Snake would be cool to have. That way I can go, snake! Snake! Anyway, pass. Dai Shoujo? Yeah, no, because this guy's just trying to sell me cheap stuff for 9 easy payments at $99.99. So, pass. But not a hard pass. It's a pass. Kelpie? So, it's still just like a water horse. So, no. But if it means for adopting, if it's either adopt or abandoned, I would still say abandoned because I don't like Kelpie all that much. Pass. The hair of Inaba? I don't know. I'm just kidding. The hair of Inaba? It's just a small rabbit. I'm not. This isn't B-Stars, all right? I'm not Legoshi. And it's a he. It's not Haru. Shout out to those who've watched B-Stars. Such a good anime. But no, it's gonna be a pass. Plus, I don't want anyone to be like, V, the furry community welcomes you. At the same time, I'm not having anything against the furry community. If anything, I don't even know. Bayo, you be the one that actually told me. Am I accepted by the furry community or not? I don't remember what you talked about before, but I think you said I was. And I don't want to offend the furry community. I don't know. But still, Harabiba's too small, so I'll pass. Oh god. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. Harabiba, yours, you can get the smash, but as long as I don't want to be within the same continent as you. I don't want you around, pass, and not even talking about it. Same for you. Don't like you. Couldn't care less. Pass. Hornius, you clearly have a thing for Dekarabia, so plus you were annoying back in Nocturne. Pass. Wapo. They're so small though, but they're cute even though they can't talk. We'll figure something out. Smash. Oh, Dees? Oh yeah, for sure smash. Oh, absolutely. Dees got jealous for me. There's a one of the things I liked about this game, which we didn't do I don't think we did too many of, is the demon conversations, where if you have a certain demon and you talk to them, the other ones in the wild, you get like a special conversation. So if you have Dees and you talk with, I think it's with Norn, or with who do you talk with? Is it Artemis? I can't remember who you talk with, but Dees will be like, oh, do you think that boy is like an interesting companion? And then whoever it is like, actually, he's gonna be my companion. Back off, he's mine. Like, I like the jealousy on that one. I can't remember who it is that has this conversation with Dees, but I'm still gonna say smash. Absolutely smash for Lilith. You can have my, look, it even says she drains men of their essence. You can have it on a silver platter. Smash. Jatayu, giant bird, essentially. The tail's just not doing it for me, for you. You just look weird with tail. Pass. Black ooze. So just a darker colored of slime. Yeah, no, pass. He feels like he'd be too regal though for me. And honestly, he doesn't really even have all that power. He feels like he's got fake power. I'll say pass. Thoth? The reason why I'll say pass, because I feel like he paid more attention to the book than me. So I'll pass. Baphomet? No, I don't want you setting off my smoke alarms in my place. So pass. Quetzalcoatl. If you were the Dragon Maid, Lukua version, oh, that would be a hard smash for sure. You're literally just the snake with wings, and I'm just gonna say pass. Oh, yeah, for sure pass. Nekobata? Oh, you don't have to spend too much time on this. That's obviously a smash. I don't think I need to explain my reasoning on why. Smash. Karasu Tengu, you did step up, but still not enough for my liking. Still not enough. You're closer, though. You're definitely closer, but I'm still gonna say pass. Alrighty. Um... Hmm. I got an idea. Okay. If she can share some of the pomegranate with me, then it's a smash. But if she can't, then it's a pass. Ball's in your court. Alrighty. Talk to me later. Katanta? Yeah, no, you're too small for my likes. Man up a little bit, grow, and have your voice drop, and then we'll talk. Parvati? She feels too graceful for me. Like, she feel like she'd be extremely unattainable. And V likes some unattainable girls. Smash! Lamia? Actually, you know what? It's not a immediate hard... Yeah, it's not a hard smash. Could be reasoned. It's barely a smash. But not enough for maybe. Unlike Lamia, who for sure is a smash. Especially because she reminds me a little bit of, oh gosh. That one Monster Girl anime. What is that one? They teased it some time ago. I can't remember it. I think it's Everyday Life with Monster Girls. Like, the main Lamia girl. I think his name is... Actually, I think her name is Mila, right? Or Mia? She reminds me a bit of Mia. But, you know, not voiced by the same woman who voices Aqua from Konosuba. It's still a smash, though. Zochuk 10? Oh, the Poor Heavenly Kings? There's only one I like, so pass. Hellbiker?
Oh, yeah. Are we gonna go have a little fun, Vitamin? Maybe then we can drive out to the sunset and grab a bite to eat. You're definitely smashing, aren't you?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. That's absolutely smash. Elagor? So just a bigger dude on horseback. Pass. Sakuna Hakona? Gotta be careful. I feel like if I make him mad, he'd do the Ant-Man thing, grow inside and like destroy something of my stuff. I would say barely a smash. Like very barely. I could literally wake up or go to like anything after like 10 minutes and come back and be like, actually, you know what? So for now, barely smash. Artemis? Oh, hell yes. Absolutely. We already know. Sure. I'm not falling for this. I don't care how beautiful you are. Only in my dreams. In actuality, you're ugly. It says right there in the lore. But I guess it also depends if we're in like the Shin Megami verse or like the Persona verse or something else. Because in the Persona verse, they actually are crazy attractive, even though their lore might say otherwise at times. But in Shin Megami, no. It's a very hesitant pass. But again, not a maybe. I'm not using a maybe. And for those that remind, maybes are not necessarily yeses or nos, even though I know the term maybe means you're considering yes. Maybes are like, will they, won't they? I need time to think about it, so I'll remain neutral kind of thing. For Succubus, though, pass. Narcissus? No, because he's going to just care more about his reflection. Pass. I don't want her to crack my head open and suck my brain out with her beak. I don't know. Is Mushu gonna be my second, maybe? I feel there's so many other demons, though. No, I think I have to do pass, but I'm hesitant. It's a very hesitant pass. Thunderbird, so just a giant electric eagle. Which sounds like a cover of my next album with my garage band. But no, it's gonna be a pass. Amabi. Ooh. Nice nice beak you got there. Nah, that's a pass. Karama Tenku. Now we're talking. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm feeling the power. Oh yeah, smash. Sure not. Absolutely. Smash. Power. You, on the other hand, still not strong enough for my liking. That's gonna have to be a pass. But you're getting there. You're definitely getting there. So work on it a little bit, and then we'll talk. Nagaraja. Feels like the other Nagas, he'd be too arrogant to like do anything. I'll say pass. Oh yeah, Matsumi. So just giant rock monster. Like little giant rock monster. I mean, he could honestly smash me into pace, but I'm gonna say pass. Dormarth? I think I'll go with it. I think I'll go with the smash for sure. Alice, see, this is where we're getting to the dangerous waters here. Not even for the sake of the smash or pass, which is gonna be a pass. I would definitely change it to the adopt or abandon, and it would literally be that I wouldn't even consider doing it, and Alice would be like, "Hello there, mister. You're gonna say yes and adopt me, right?" So, for the sake of adopt or abandon, I'll adopt Alice. For the sake of the smash or pass, that's definitely a pass. Duh. Hayataro? Oh, but he's so cool. He's carried me through so much until I didn't need him anymore. One of the coolest introduction to demons here. I guess Hayataro's gotta be a smash. He's an electric dog. For sure smash. Absolutely. Valkyrie? Yeah, that's a smash. Just don't electrocute me, please. Kubanda? No. I'm good. That's a pass. We're not even gonna spend time on that. Silky? Silky's such a generous woman, too. Kind and sweet. She's not without a dangerous side. Will kill anyone who tries to cause fountain to the family she protects. I want to see what happens when she gets angry at someone. Well, adding that plus my curiosity, I'm gonna say smash. Anubis, Jackal, god of the dead, involving Egyptian myth. I mean, no, I gotta say smash. I gotta say smash for Anubis. I'm thinking about it. It's the power. Orthrus, it's one head too many. That's a pass. Horus would blind me the minute I even saw like a part of him inside the window. It would be like if anyone's seen the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, where like SpongeBob goes to King Neptune, is like, "Oh, it's fine, Mr. King, Your Majesty. Nothing's ever bald. Like everyone makes fun of him because he's bald. Yeah, it's kind of like that flashy aspect of it that would get me with Horus. So that's gonna be a pass. Mishiguchi? They're just old. Ugh. Actually, I don't even know what your face is. I think that's your face. Yeah, it's definitely his face. Pass. Idun? Oh yeah, for sure smash. That's obvious. Although I do wonder, and I was told V never ask one her age, but I am curious on how old Idun actually is. Still say smash. Macabre. It's basically just the Grim Reaper. Bring me to my doom. I'd rather live, so pass. White Rider? The problem is his horse has so many eyes. No matter where we went, he'd be able to see us. That's annoying. What if I just have a nice meal with White Rider? We go to Red Lobster, and all of a sudden we just see this ghostly horse come out of nowhere and say, "I see you." Ditch the horse, we'll talk a smash. Stick with the horse, that's a pass. Denry? Disguises itself as a beautiful woman and collects vitality from human men. Sorry, I'm lost in thought. I think it's gonna have to be a pass. Up there, Saria. I don't see the beautiful woman part. Where were you earlier? I just went past, well, it's been a while. I already went past Anahita. I'm assuming that's a smash for you. But I went past on, you see, viewers? I'm psychic. I said it. I said that I'm surprised that Saria didn't pop up by the time I went to Anahita. But just because I'm nice, hang on. Where is she? There you go. There you go. I'll give you your Anahita. I am a people pleaser. I know you like her. I know it's your favorite. I'll give you 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, there you go. Now we're moving on. Don't say I'm not a people pleaser. Let's see. Where are we at? Divinity. Okay, jeez. We're on Michiguchi? No, we're on Dune. No, we're on Senri. Yeah. Senri said to be the highest rank possible for beast's demonic incarnation, so Nekomata. I don't mind the smash, but the problem I have is that her claws are razor sharp, right? What if she accidentally like claws me? Then it'd just be hotter. But I actually prefer Nekomata over her. Nekomata downgrade? Well, that's actually hilarious. I gotta say pass. I think I gotta say pass on this. Zook from No Straight Roads. One of the Su Ling. Sorry, to get you up to speed. Obviously, we're doing the smash or pass. We're allowing ourselves 3 maybes. Maybe's not in a yes, maybe's not in a no, but maybe's doesn't come back at a later date or have no answer. Basically a neutral. And I've only so far done one on Kaya no Hime. Zook is going to be it represents the south, the season of summer, and the element of fire. Yeah, I'm not a summer person. No, that's pass. Belphegor, ew. You just be staying on my toilet and blowing it up. Then guess who's got to clean it? Pass. Black Frost? Oh, yeah, for sure. Because he goes, hee ho. I'm much better because of a nice deep voice, ho. So yeah, smash. Ose? Change his form according to the desires of the one who summons him, though not for very long. That seems kind of bad. How long is not very long? I'll say pass, but depending on how long not very long is, might change my answer. Homokten, I already said there's only one Heavenly King. Although, there's another one that's a good backup, a second one I like, but you're not them, so nope. Dionysus, he has to get drunk in order to have fun, and that's just not right. That's not for me. You can have fun sober. You don't have to be drunk in order to do it. Maybe, possibly. I don't know. Pass. Pylon. So, a giant old man on a star. It likes to go, wee, I spin. Yeah, no, pass. King Long. Represents the east, the season of spring, and the element of wood, huh? You know, I wouldn't mind King Long, actually. I don't think I would mind him. I'll say smash. I'll try it. It might be interesting. I'll say smash. Yoshitsune? Oh, yeah, for sure smash. Boy's the GOAT. One of the best. He'll try to swallow you. I mean, hey, you know what? Worth it. Yoshitsune's a smash. Absolutely smash. For sure. Dakini? Yeah, that's a smash. Those abs of hers. Gotta do something for me. Smash! Isis. Mother goddess of Egypt. Wife and sister Osiris. I mean, it's nice. Plus, if something bad happens to me, she could bring me back, which would be nice. Oh, if it hasn't been obvious, this video is gonna be a lot longer than I thought. I thought it was gonna be a short one, but realizing I'm gonna explain my reasonings for this, whatever. It's probably gonna be a normal length episode, but whatever. It's my finale. Smash Isis, but I could be talked into no. Hanuman, so just giant monkey dude with sword. Just the sword on your way out. Pass. Red Rider. Red is a nice color. One of these writers. This one might be a smash. Yeah, we'll say this one's a smash. Oberon? Nah, he's just clearly got his priorities. He's only gonna go for human women. No love for the vitamins. I already know it. That's a pass. Sarasvati. Oh, hell yes. Oh, absolutely smash. Oh, God, sure. She's beautiful. I feel like the best thing I could ask for her is to let me have, like, a lap pillow. Just, like, fall asleep. So, smash. Mad Gasser. Ew. Oh, ew. The gas he uses has a sweet smell, but inhaling will cause intense headaches and vomiting. Yeah, no. Pass. Anzu? Yeah, no. Pass. Oh. Ew. I'm actually curious. Not only is this a pass, but I'm actually curious to see how many people would go for smash on this. One of the most disgusting demons, by far and large. It's just pure gross. It's just disgusting. Disgusting. So a pass, and a hard pass. For sure, a pass. Kinky, huh? Body's so hard that no weapons can penetrate it. I'll say... I do like the power. I'll give it a shot. Smash. Kushidata Hime? I mean, it could be nice. She can help. We can have fun, and then she can comb my hair afterwards. Make sure it's nice and smooth. It doesn't, like, you know, get stuck in something uncomfortable or, like, knots or something. Yeah, we'll definitely say smash for Kushidata Hime. Nue? A legendary monster with the head of a monkey, the body of a tanuki, the arms and legs of a tiger, and the tail of a snake. Yeah, what a triple threat of nastiness. Pass. Oros? Yeah, no. If you could see the future, could you see me passing? Because it's happening. Pass. Anansi. Quite handsome. Trickster god, huh? Portrayed as a spider or a man. But what about a Spider-Man? Or a man-spider? Sure, let's try it. Let's say that's a smash. Baihu? Oh, my favorite. My favorite of the beasts. I love Baihu. Not just because of the Seas of Autumn. I've said it from the get-go. Baihu's one of the best. Oh yeah, that's a smash. Well, I mean, preferably on the adopt aspect, but otherwise I still stick with my decision. On Yakupon, so old man. God of spiders who created all things. God who imparts joy and motivation. The one who people took to look to in times of hardship. Respectively, I'll have to pass, but I mean, you're too kind and pure. So that's a pass. You're longer. You're longer. I dig the color. It kind of reminds me of my PC setup that has a chromatic thing where it goes multiple colors. But you pass. Blaros, huh? Rainbow going anywhere? Oh god, now I want candy too. Contrary to popular belief, Flaros' face is not the lion head you see. It's extremely small, but Flaros' face is actually on the very top of the sword. Still pass. And actually, don't fact check me on that. I think it was... Someone told me about that. One of the games told me about that, but I don't know why I know that. I don't know why I know that. I'm still gonna say pass, though. Moving on. Konohana? Oh, god, yes. Oh, 1,000,000,000 bajillion% smash. Like, that's not even, like, a debate. That's like, front line smash. Dominion, huh? Wait. The fourth. Who's the fifth of the angels? Who's the fifth of the angels? Did I pass him? If Power's the sixth, then who's the fifth? Who's the fifth order of angels? I actually can't remember who the fifth order of angels is. Does anyone know? Don't know. Well, I mean, you did pass the fifth or higher quota, so I have to say smash. Oh, Virtue! Right! Wait. Virtue's not in this game. Virtue's not in SOT 5. God, there's so many demons that you didn't add. Yeah, I have to go with it and say smash. Oh god, block. No, pass. Not even bothering with it. Moving on. Jikoku-ten. See, he's the second one that I could be swayed to go for. I'm still gonna say pass, but I can see myself in the future changing that. Baltho? Oh yeah, she's the fun one for sure. Smash. Vitra. We don't. Well, in any case, I'm pretty sure Virtue's not in this game. And I'm still gonna pass on Vitra. So we're moving on. Chernobog? No. Pass. Black Rider. I do like Black Rider. I like the fog after him. He reminds me legitimately of Ghost Rider. Where the one good thing in that movie was the scene. If anyone's like, V, that's spoilers. Guys, it's an old movie. I won't even go into full things, but there's a part where the main protagonist, played by Nick Cage, rides off into the distance with another Ghost Rider. Yes, I spoiled. And that scene is legit. That's probably the one thing I like about that movie. Those that are like, oh, how bad is Ghost Rider, the movie? You're on your own with that one. I'll go with Black Rider. I'll try Smash. Oh, that's my boy. Kahulin. Hell yeah, that's a Smash. 100%. Freaking love Kahulin. I said it on record. One of the few, well, not a few, quite a number of demons I freaking love. See, Satansa? All I do is get your growth spurt, and now you became a man. Smash. Pazuzu. No. No, because you took those mermaids from me, and I never forgot that. Pass. Screw you. Ifrit. So, basically, what happens if Genie mixed with, like, Flamus from this game? That's a pass. Oop, wrong direction. Hydra. Ugh. Nope. Pass. Not even talking about it. Moving on. Armiti, huh? Roughly translated as devotion, the personification of piety. He's heartbroken when sinful humans walk on the path, and rejoices when those who follow the laws of heaven feed their livestock and birth pious and virtuous children. It feels like she'd be suffocating to hang with. Like, if I want to go hang out and be like, hey, all right, like, I'm living with Armiti, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna see you later, Armiti, go hang out with my friends. She's like, no, not until you finish washing those dishes. It's like, what? I already washed the dishes. Like, well, wash them again. It's like, what? I washed the dishes. And then she just grabs a dish, shatters it. This one's not clean. Clean it. Like, she feels like she'd be one of those. If it wasn't for that, I would say Smash. And I actually like her design a lot, but I'm gonna say pass. Luguru, he just wants a hug. Luguru just wants a big old hug. He didn't ask to be some cursed werewolf dude. He just wanted love. I feel bad for you. I'm still not gonna smash, but if we're doing the adopt or avail, if we're doing the adopt or abandon, I'll definitely adopt Luguru. Avaka. What's throwing me off is that second head on top of your head. Like, is it one of those things where if that gets like finger flick, like if I finger flick or forehead flick the small head, does the big head feel it too? Cool design though. Still pass. Yagarasu, so just a bird with 3 legs. Literally, it's a bird with 3 legs. Pass. Dekrabia, I know you like your Fornius. I'm not even gonna bother trying attempting it. Pass. Oh, that's my other favorite. I love Akuninushi too. God, his design's so cool. I like Akuninushi so much. I really, 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 really do. Yeah, that's a smash. That's for sure a smash. Oh, God. Hackaton of Cherries? No, I'm just kidding. I know it's pronounced Hecton Chineris. That's gonna have to be a pass, and I'm not gonna regret it. Although the power is nice, I just don't dig your eyes. Pass. Chimera?